Hey, so this is Dustin from What's in the Shop. Today we're working on our 2019 Grand Design Imagine, and the customer's here for basically some regular, normal scheduled maintenance, as well as we're going to be doing a free exterior evaluation on the coach too. So come with us and let's see what we can find out. Hi, so one of the things that the customer's here for today is for a water heater service. This is a Dometic water heater, formerly Atwood Company. When you're looking at the water heater, one of the things that everybody always calls and asks for is, hey, I need a part for my water heater. Well, on this side right here, this is all the model and serial number information. So whenever you're calling a service repair shop or a dealership, there's a product number, a serial number, and then there's the model number. So make sure you have that information when you're contacting the shop. Some of the things that we're looking at when we're doing a service on the water heaters, we're looking at the position of the pop-off valve. We're looking to see if the thread removal ring has been removed, because it eventually will fall down and cause it to melt on the burner chamber. That was just a thread protector from back in the day when it was built, so that was never removed on the PDI or the initial inspection. We're looking at the ECO and T-stat to make sure that this gasket is actually glued in place and you can see that it's loose. So I'm going to push that back down temporarily. We'll probably have to put some glue on it. Just common things is we have the drain plug, which is plastic. You don't ever want to replace that with a brass or a metal plug. That's actually made to explode and break out if the pop-off valve fails. So if it fails to relieve the pressure, then this will blow out. When we're doing the water heater service, we're checking to make sure that certain items are sealed on it, that the hinges and hardware are good, that the sealant on top is good. We're checking the burner tube, cleaning it. We're cleaning and checking the electrode, making sure there's no cracks or no damage to that. We're checking the operation of the temperature. We're flushing the tank. We're doing a leak check on the gas valve at both areas. We're checking and cleaning the orifice. And then we're also blowing out the exhaust tube port, which basically, this is a complete U that goes all the way up and through and comes out. So it starts down here, lets the heat come in, and lets the heat exhaust out through the top. So another thing that we're looking at on the water heater too is some of the Suburban water heaters have a plastic door clip where the Dometic have a metal. So if you do have a Suburban water heater on your Grand Design, we recommend that you remove this clip and from a plastic and put the metal one on. The plastic ones tend to dry out over time and will break and fall off. Then another item that this customer has added prior to us working on it was he added the mud dauber screen protection. This is going to keep the bees, mud daubers, anything else that can get in there out. It's going to help prevent it from coming in. The reason that's there is, even though the Dometic makes a screen on it to try to keep some of the bigger pests out, is propane's got a natural garlic byproduct in it called ethanol mercaptan. That smells like food to the pests, so they want to come in here and they want to get into this burner exhaust area chamber. So, and that's where you get your spider webs and your other critters that want to come inside. So making sure that you have one of these on is just a good CYA and to help you out. So now we're over here at the refrigerator. This particular refrigerator is on a slide out. So when you see a refrigerator in a slide out, there's going to be two vents. There's going to be the lower vent and the upper vent. Inside the room, if you come over here and look in, what you're going to see is the refrigerator is set back in deep to compensate for the depth of the room. Up in the topper half, there's going to be a plenum up there that helps direct the heat out up here from the upper vent. And then you'll see the customer has added bug screens on both of the refrigerator doors, the lower and the upper. And there's the lower down there. All right. Some of the things, again, what we're looking for when we're looking at a refrigerator is when we're doing the service on it, we're basically going through and inspecting it before we do anything to it. We're going to turn it on, make sure that it lights on propane. We're looking for any silicone or sealant that's separated right here because we don't want water getting in through to the floor. This is the actual floor or part of the floor of the slide out that the refrigerator sets in. The refrigerator, what we're looking for is we're looking at some of the mounting brackets to make sure that these screws are secured and haven't broken loose or rusted or coming out. We're looking at the 110 outlet. You can see there's some kind of rust marks on there. Could just be condensation, but there's some kind of rust from there. We're checking out the positive, negative connections. We're making sure that the terminal block is clean. This is where your PC board is located. There's also a couple fuses back in there too for the 110 and the 12 volt side. This particular coach, because it's in a slide out, the gas line is a rubber gas line. So, over time these will go bad. So keep an eye on that. We're going to be leak checking it to make sure it doesn't have any leaks. Back behind this burner chamber, there's this protective cover. There's an actual burner itself, an igniter, the chimney, the orifice, and all that stuff's located back there behind that. So as you can see in here, we have the flakes from the ash. So that lets us know that something's got in there and is burning funny, or it could be in the chamber itself. And that's possibly why that customer installed these screen guards on there. But we're going to remove all these items over here. We're going to go through, we're going to clean the electro, the burner, the burner chamber. We're going to check out the baffle, the flute. We're going to clean the orifice. We're going to leak check again the propane system, make sure that we have the proper 12 volt, make sure that we have the proper 110 volt coming to it, make sure that all the connections aren't loose or dirty, that there's nothing in here. Some of the stuff that we see a lot, again, this is something that they should have removed on PDI, is there's a lot of paper products that usually are attached to the cooling units that just have warnings that say warning before you operate this. This is something that should be removed. This could over time fall down and get somewhere down in here and catch on fire, and so we don't want that to happen. So we're going to remove that guy from there. Another thing is inside the refrigerator, there's going to be a model and serial number, just like on the water heater. We'll come back to that. These numbers back here, if you're looking at these numbers only pertain to the cooling unit. It has nothing to do with if you're trying to replace a part. Same thing with the wire schematics. If you're calling in and you're looking for a new PC board or a solenoid or a gas valve, none of the information back here helps a selling dealership or a repair shop get what information that they need in order to help you find the parts. So we're going to go look at the inside now, and we'll show you where those numbers are located at. Hey, so now we're inside, and again, this is a Dometic refrigerator. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the refrigerator door, and I just strictly wanted to show you where the information's at. So if you're looking in here, you're going to see that there's a model number, which is right here. There's a serial number. There's a product number. That's the areas where you would need the information if you're having a problem with the refrigerator itself, if you're calling for a part. Hey, thanks for watching What's in the Shop. Please stay tuned when you see Terry perform these services in the upcoming episodes.